Hey Jenna, this is Lori with Soul Sisters Digital. Thanks for chatting with me yesterday. Sorry this is a little bit late getting to you. Had some issues with my equipment, but I'm here now. So I'm shooting this video to show you how your business stacks up against your competition online and to give you some steps you can take to improve things. Now, as Google crawls the web, it's really looking for three things: content, backlinks, and citations. So those are the things I'm going to talk about today. And when I'm talking about content, I'm really just referring to words and images on your site. Google likes to see between 1,500 and 2,000 words, kind of minimum on the page, because that is what gives them a good idea of what you do and where you are. The exact amount of content really depends on your competition and the number of keywords needed to kind of get the point across. A keyword is anything that someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. And your content is what allows you to really let Google know what you want to be found for. So by placing those keywords all throughout your page, you tell Google exactly what kind of people might be interested in your service or product. For example, like you're a roofer, obviously, in Tallahassee. So you want to make sure that there is no doubt at all about what you do and where you are. So you want that to appear everywhere on your page. I've got your website pulled up here. I really like you've got some calls to action. You've got some offers to claim, like summer savings for a re-roof and review link and referring a friend, incentives. I love that. Got a call to action up here with a free estimate. Um, you've got some good content on your page too. However, when I did put it into a word counter, I found that you're sitting at about 751 words. So you've got some room that you can grow, which would allow you to get even more kind of keywords and focused content in there. So let's look at what a Google search might look like. So when I found you, I had searched for roofing Tallahassee, Florida. So you actually show up in the map pack. And so what generally happens if there's enough businesses to do so, when someone types in a search like this, they're going to get a map pack. The way you get into here, obviously, is you have to have a Google business page, which you do. You got to have it filled out as much as possible. And you also want to have um, more citations than your competitors. And basically all a citation is your name, address, and phone number being listed in a relevant directory on the web. And that can range anywhere from like Yelp and Yellow Pages. There's all kinds of directories out there. But the more times you have that, the more power it gives to your profile. Um, and the idea being that when your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet, um, the larger your presence, your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. Um, and then below the map pack, we have what we call the organic results, and organic just meaning not paid. Just to note, by being in the top three of both of these things, the map pack and the organics, you'll see about a 30% increase in the traffic to your website. Now, based on this Google search, this roofing Tallahassee, Florida Google search, the top competitors that I'm going to look at and compare you to is this one, which is TallahasseeRoofingInc.com. And then this is a directory, so I don't really count that, as is Yelp, as is Angie's List. So the next one is this McKeithenRoofing.net. So those are the two. Here we got Tallahassee Roofing, and then we've got the McKeithen and Sons Incorporated. So we're going to compare you to those. Now, when I am analyzing a website, I like to use a tool called Ahrefs. This lets me see how much traffic you're getting, what kind of keywords you're being found for, and also how much Google trusts you related to your backlinks, which I'll get to in just a second. But for right now, I can see that you're getting about 1.4 thousand visitors per month on your website, which is being driven from about 225 keywords. And I can actually drill down and see what those are. So some of that has to do with your name, but let's see one that's more what I might call a buyer intent. So this roofing Tallahassee, Florida, that same search term that I did. So you're actually in position 11 for that. Well, that term is being searched 100 times per month. You're in position 11, which puts you on the second page. And that's getting you about 2.7 unique visitors per month on average. In contrast, let's take a look at these guys, Tallahassee Roofing. They are getting about 315 unique visitors per month, which is being driven from 43 keywords. And if we look at that Tallahassee Roofing, or Roofing Tallahassee, Florida, rather, that same one that's being searched 100 times, well, they're in position 1. So while you're getting a couple visitors, they're getting 28 for that term. You can see the difference that might make. And then here is the Bob McKeithen. Let's look at them. So they're getting about 123 visitors off of 25 keywords. And for that same search term, they're position 5. It's getting them about 11 visitors per month. Now, the other thing I do is I like to look at backlinks. So all a backlink is anywhere that you find one website kind of coming back or linking back to yours via clickable or hyperlinked text. These links act like an endorsement of your website from others, which again, Google uses to build trust in your business because those other websites are essentially vouching for you. It's literally like a popularity contest where, the person with the most wins, but not all backlinks are created equal. So you really want ones that are relevant and also powerful if possible. So when I'm looking at this analysis, what I use to compare these sites is actually these two measurements right here, UR and DR. So UR really relates to how much does Google trust you, the trust factor, and the DR is really more about the power. Ideally, you want to be trusted as much as you are powerful. So you want this ratio to be as close to 1 if you were to divide them out as possible. You're actually doing pretty good with that. These are on a scale of 0 to 100. So right now you're sitting at a 39 for that trust factor and about a 29 for your power factor. If we look at the Tallahassee Roofing Inc., they're sitting at about a 25 for their trust factor and about a 4.5. So there's definitely you're doing much better in that ratio than they are, that kind of golden ratio, if you will. And then for McKeithen Roofing, they're sitting at a 23. So trust rating, you guys are pretty similar. Where it's coming down to is some of it is the power. They're at a 3.9, and that trust ratio, that trust and power ratio, golden ratio, is off on them as well. But once your content, backlinks, and citations all start coming together, you begin ranking higher and higher, and more customers find you. So right now you're at the top of the map pack, but you would really like to probably be in the top 3 of the organics as well. So if you find yourself wanting to learn a little bit more, my door is always open. Love to have a conversation with you, but you can absolutely take the information I just gave you and go ahead and run with it. But if we have a conversation, I'd love to find out more about kind of what your goals are for your business, maybe things that you want to target. And then I could do some research and figure out exactly what would be realistic and what it might take to reach those goals. Again, my name is Lori. I'm with Soul Sisters Digital Design. Feel free to reach out. My door is always open. My number is 352-235-9803. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.